everyone, today I'm going to show our study, swimming speed variation in amphibious Seasnakes, Laticaudinae, a search for underlying mechanism. First, I want to talk about a little natural selection. Evolution makes the species to change their performance to adapt the environment, such like the color and the body size. So, to know how the natural selection works, we need the information on physiologic variation among the individual, and also on fitness consequence of that variation, and also on the underlying mechanisms. So, the underlying mechanism is able to make the organism perform better than another species. So, why we select the locomotor speed as the performance check? Locomotor speed is mean like a moving speed, including escaping or predation or just moving. So it is easy to measure and highly repeatable, so we can test again and again. And possibly it is linked to individual fitness, such as escape from predator or the capture prey. So to observe the locomotor speed, we need the organism with highly simplified external morphology. So that makes the secret to a great target. We choose two kinds of secret. The left is the Laticaudata, and the right is the Laticaudata. These both species has structurally simple morphology, and to these species, they forage in the sea, but they will go to a land to digest or mate and lay their eggs. So it's adapt to the aquatic habitat. An understanding of the proximate, we know about the effect locomotor can clarify resistance for interspecies and intraspecies. So we set up the hypothesis. First is the intraspecies and the interspecies variation in swimming speed reflects underlying variation. Second, the data implanted in the body cavity could provide accurate estimate to swimming speed of a free-range snake. Furthermore, we hope we can to understand what is the result of the corresponding variation in biomechanical. It is interspecies or the intraspecies variation cause the result. So here are our way. We test total negative 6 snake with 61 Laticaudata and 35 Laticaudata. We record the information of these two species with sex, weight, and the snout band length, short for SBL. The snout length is start at the snout here and end on the band. This is the snout band length. And also we recording the total length. The total length is measured begin the snout and end of the snake. So how do we recording the data? We use the miniature accelerometer as a data logger. It is 16 millimeter and weight 20 grams. We use a tag called TESA tag to attach this data logger on the snake specs right here. And this logger can monitor the depth, temperature, and most important, it can measure the acceleration along two axes. First is the surge. The surge acceleration is measured along the longitudinal body axis, and the other is the sway acceleration. It can recording the undulatory movement of the snake. And then we test all individual in our pool. It is 5 meters long and with open circuit water system. The snake with the data logger will release on the end of the pool. And most individual will begin swimming to the outside, but there's a few snakes just like this one. It don't want to swim. It just stay around here. So we keep 10 continuous swimming trail per individual. And to know if the data logger affect the data, we choose the 3 position randomly and put the data logger attached to the snake. Is anteriorly short for ANT and mid-body short for MID, and the posteriorly short for post. And once the snake swim, we will have the swimming speed, swell amplitude, and the frequency of undulation of snake. So after the statistics, we have the result. The x-axis is a relative total length, and the y-axis above is the body height, below is the body weight. And the blue one is the Laticaudinae data, and the orange one is the Seasnakes. You can see the Seasnakes have a higher result than the data. So we know the Seasnakes is more heavy body than the Laticaudinae data. So next we see the different position result in 2 species. The x-axis is the longer position and the mid and post. And y-axis right left is the swimming speed, frequency of undulation, and right is the swell amplitude. So the blue one is the Laticaudinae data, and the orange one is sorority. And you can see all the sorority perform a higher value than the Laticaudinae data. But longer position doesn't affect frequency of undulation. You can see the frequency is just don't have the significant difference. And frequency of undulation is contained along the length of the body. Because the Seasnakes have a heavy body, it has a higher frequency of undulation. And then we focus on the speed, swimming speed, and the swell amplitude. Swell amplitude of undulation is increased from anterior to posterior, just like, and it implies the speed of propagation of the propulsive wave. So below this result shows that Seasnakes is faster and his speed more rapid and wider undulation than the data. Then we see the sex of the snake effect. The x-axis is the sex, a female and a male, and the y-axis on the left is the swimming speed, frequency, and the swell amplitude. And the blue one is the Laticaudinae data, and the orange one is sorority. And you can see in 3 results, 2 species have the same result, similar result. So in this web amplitude, the x-axis is time, the y-axis is weight. The left figure is the female of Seasnakes, the right is the male of Seasnakes. You can see the male shows the larger swell amplitude than female. So it reflects the male is stronger than female. So what is different between interspecies? We compare 2 species with height, weight, sound length, and total length, swimming speed, frequency of undulation, swell amplitude. It also shows the sorority has a larger value than Laticaudinae. And between the interspecies, we all show that males are stronger than females. So we think about can we predict the swimming speed from the undulation rate and frequency? We use a model that combines all of data we record, and the model suggests that the frequency and the sway amplitude of body undulation are the main determinants of the speed. And we test the model, we test the data of model and our original data is no significant difference between measured and predicted swimming. So we can say we can predict the swimming speed. So we prove our hypothesis. The intraspecies and the interspecies variation in swimming speed reflects underlying variation. And data implied in the body cavity could provide accurate estimate of swimming speed of free-running snakes. And last, miniature accelerometer in Seasnakes may help to clarify the locomotor challenges faced by these organisms for led to evolution transition to marine life. So, thanks for your attention.
Okay, so 11 minutes, 30 seconds. Q&A now. Sky. Penny. Chen. Austin. Henry. Okay, start to Sky.
I don't know what the locomotor speed.
Repeat the question.
What's the locomotor speed mean? Locomotor speed means the moving speed. Just like for snake, you just swimming, you to escape from the predator or you find the food, and you moving. The moving speed is called the locomotor speed.
Next. Penny.
Do these two species of snakes habitat overlap?
Repeat.
Is these two species overlap? These two species will occur in the lagoon. We find that he will, and they will just on land for mate and lay eggs or just slow their skin. They usually don't go to the land.
Half answer. 10.
How to put the sensor on land?
Repeat.
How to put a sensor with a data logger on the snake? We use the tape called TESA tape. It's the name of the tape. It's called TESA tape. Tape. Sorry. It's called TESA tape, and we just put the data logger and with tape and just attach on the snake's back.
Austin.
What is snow and bed meat?
Again.
What is snow and bed meat? SNOUT.
You mean what's the snow and the vent?
Yeah,
Snow means the head of the snake. It's just the snow is the mouth of the snake. We call it snow. And the vent is the L of the snake.
Poo. Pee. Where they poo.
Oh
or
yeah,
pee.
vent is call here band. So noun band that is start as noun and end on band.
Okay, Henry.
To the different depths will affect snake speed.
Sorry.
To the different depths.
Different depth.
Will affect snake speed.
Repeat.
To the different water depth will affect the swimming speed of the snake. This study will not measure the water depth, but I think it will affect the swimming speed.
Volunteer question. I will choose those 7. What's your name?
Jim.
Jim.
Yeah.
Okay, Jim first.
Why do you measure 2 kinds of length in this research? Snow band length and total length.
Sorry,
Why do you measure two different types of depth? There are 2 kinds of length you measure in this research: snow band length and total length. Why do you measure 2 different lengths? Why?
Why?
Because every individual snake, their band has the band between the end of the snake. We call it the tail of the snake, and every individual snake have different length of the tail. So we consider that the tail will impact the swimming speed. So we measure the 2 lengths, different lengths.
All right. What's your name? William. Okay.
Is there any special body feature to tell the males and females of the sea snake?
Repeat.
Is there special body feature between the female and the male? In this study, the body feature we see between the male
No,
and
this is
female.
not body features. This is locomotion feature.
Sorry,
What is body feature?
body. Therefore, in our recording, males are longer than female, and have
What?
their wings are larger than female.
Wait.
Their wings are larger than female. So the male shows the more body size than female.
Okay. Time limit. We will stop here. So Irene. So first of all, I think I will show you how the original paper looks like. So this is how the original paper looks like. So with this comparison, I would like to show you one thing that I like from this talk would be did you color this yourself?
Yes.
Okay, so that's very considerate of her. So there are 2 kinds of snake, okay? And to make you easier to track these snakes, anyway, I cannot remember their name. So say she used different colors, and these colors were added by her. That's something that's really good, okay? And also, you can see that her headers are always very informative, although a little bit too long. Should condense to 1 line, okay? And she also have a very clear, where is that? She also have a very clear hypothesis. Can you put it out? Okay. Hypothesis slide, or which we could also say a purpose slide to tell you what does this study want to achieve. But this is probably not a problem. I think this N is very vague. It's really difficult to capture what the key message this sentence wants to deliver. Is it from the paper? It's really difficult for us to know what does the sentence really want to mean. Okay, so maybe you can tell us in an easier way. Okay, however, if you have these purpose slides and you try to echo this slide here, it would be better to say either conclusions or hypothesis tested. Okay, so do not use again hypothesis. I thought I returned to the beginning. You want to say hypothesis again. Okay, and of course I like this table. It's very nice, but it's, I don't know, so, okay, it's either here or here. Okay, I see. The table is good. And, okay, here are some advice. So, the first thing is that the N, this sentence is really, really vague. I don't know what it really means. And another thing is here, you talk about sway, search, blah, blah, blah. However, a better way to introduce us your result would be you probably use this to explain us. When you say a sway here, like this one, no, the data part. Where is the data? Sway data. Here? No. Okay, here you have like a sway amplitude and frequency of undulation. These are not easy to understand. You can probably use your hands, your arm, to tell us either this is this or this. That would be easier to understand, okay? And next time, I would also highly recommend you to simplify the name into blue snake and orange snake, okay? Because even after your talk, I cannot remember their name, but if you say that, I will remember, okay? Okay, and then here at some point, because this has been introduced, okay, so maybe you should show a figure. You have space here. Show a figure here. What do you mean by anterior, mid-body, and posterior? Okay, give us a figure. Okay, but overall, I think it's a very informative paper, a very informative talk. So let's thank Irene.